Good afternoon. Get that light a wee bit in. That's better looking. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and I'm doing the follow-up video to a little French knife that was given to me. Hey, honestly, there, it was given to me to review. Really, really thankful that I got it for review because it's a beautiful knife that I wouldn't have really seen otherwise. So I've got my favorite picture here. This is one of my favorite pictures, and like all my pictures, I give them little names. And I named this one the Wifey. Now it's not put to it's not anybody else's name. It's just one that I made up for the picture. I am dead if she sees this. So let's go on with it. Again, a free knife to Paddy. It comes in a plain little box, gives you the name and the details of the knife on there. So what is it? Now, it's a slip joint, and in the pouch you'll get in the box, sorry, you'll get a little leather slip. And inside that leather slip, you'll get a beautiful French knife. This is a very basic sheath, but it actually works fine. You can put a fancy one on it. I probably will, because I'm that sort of a chap, because I don't spend a lot of money on knives anymore myself. Anyway, there's a bit of sarcasm in this video. This is a gorgeous knife. And this is what I would call, this is a higher end French working knife. Now, by higher end, it's going to be under £100 to get it even here to the UK, which I think is a great value. The one thing, if you go back and watch my unboxing video, then I had to do a sharpening video because I slammed the blade down. And the French knives and European knives, a lot of their working knives, they're built for that they don't mind them slamming, because you can keep sharpening a blade longer and longer. Just use two hands. They don't slam, they close them gently. It's not a rush knife. It's not a, get out and protect yourself knife. This is a little working knife. It's, or a posh picnic knife to cut your cheese and your grapes. It's an absolutely beautiful knife. If you want a steak knife, it's gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. And that blade shape, I'm calling it, you could call it a clip, but I call it more of a drop point, and a very low drop point. You have a little bit of belly there, which is actually super. Really, really nice. It's in carbon steel. I'm not sure what the carbon steel is, but I would probably say something like C75. It's just below 1095 or something like that. But lovely, lovely carbon blade on it. I absolutely love it. The ram's horn handle on this is beautiful. Now, you'll always tend to get one more translucent than the other on a ram's horn knife. Not always, but a lot of the times you'll do that. This one is beautiful. You can see right through to the pins. This side is every bit as nice. It's just a bit cloudier than the other side, but still nonetheless, it's ram's horn. Beautiful feeling hand. And these knives, there's a lovely thickness across the back. If I just tell you the thickness across the back here, it is 1.5 centimeters, which is, it's about, I can't see, my eyes is gone here with this light. It's about 5/8 across the back. It's a real good sturdy handle, and you can get your hand, and yes, there's little gaps, but there's nothing in this that would make me worry or want. It is solid knife. Beautiful thumb position on there, absolutely gorgeous, and it's a good stiff back spring. It's not going to close on you. This, again, probably more to do with eating or just light tasks, but let me tell you, it goes through cardboard like it's not even there. It's nice and thin behind the edge. It's not a thick stock at the back. Really, just a decorative knife. Even if you just wanted this as a show knife, that would be lovely sitting on a stand. If you collect knives from different countries, highly recommend this. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Now, let me tell you a couple of details on it. On the blade itself, you see a picture here. That's a picture of an old man, and there's a reason that is there. And there's a GR with a crown in the center here. And that stands for Gilles Renouitier. Renouitier? I don't know, I don't speak French, but that's his name. Anyway, he bought the company over in the 80s from Fers Izard, which is, now one of the biggest companies in France, and they make knives from very, very budget to really quite expensive, all in that French type of knife, which is gorgeous. And the picture is that of a grandfather, and that was the line of knives that he brought out when he first took them over. So this is called the grandfather knife. For me, perfect. I'm a grandfather, but it is a lovely old traditional knife. And these are made on machines, made the same way they were made 100 years ago, on machines that are 100 years old. So there's an awful lot of craftsmanship gets put into these. It's not just a cheap working knife, but it is beautiful. I think of a picnic, sitting by a riverbank, cutting cheese and pickles and the odd grape peel for your lovely lady. Bit romantic? Yeah, it probably is. But I can definitely see it as your picnic knife, your posh knife, to bring out when guests are, to sit beside your cheese board and use that way. It is gorgeous. Now, what else have we got to say? That's about all the details. What I can say is, after I've had this for a few weeks now, I am taken with it. I really am. I love it. Have I got anything else that'll go with it? Yes, I have. Now, remember, these knives don't slam down. Please remember this, because I didn't. Don't slam down, just close them gently. That's it. They'll just work beautifully. Here's another one in ramshorn, and this is from Mazarine. This is an Italian company. Lovely. They left a wee bit more of the bark on it here, but it is a lovely ramshorn. But when you look at it, again, you'll get the translucent side and you'll get the cloudier side. So it's very common. It doesn't matter. They're beautiful in hand. This is like a small sod buster. This is a real, cheap little knife, not expensive whatsoever, but it's a lovely little knife because it's got that thick back and you really get all your thumb on it. You feel so secure when you're cutting. But so that's the other option. But what did I do today before I was just about to bring this out and show it to you? I slammed it and I've now taken a huge chunk. Let me see if you can see that. Let me get this side maybe a bit better. Yeah, so you are right in the center here. You can see I took a chunk out of the blade because I slammed it closed. Sometimes people don't learn. But what I do learn in this beautiful hobby of mine that I enjoy is when I get a good knife and I see a knife that I can just stand behind. This is stunning. Again, I'll bring it up and let you see. Is there a little bit of gap? There might be the slightest little bit, but it's not going to bother me in the slightest. This knife costs $73 on Knives of France. Now, they're from Texas, I believe he's in. The fella that runs it, really nice fella, genuine fella, and will help you out any way he can. He does lots of different knives on his website. Get over and see his channel. I'll put it down below. It's just knives_of_France. Get over, check him out. The nice thing is he gave me 10% discount code for you. For you. So it's not only me that's greedy. So I know I'm going to keep throwing these in for the next week or two because it's better than saying what I feel. You'll get 10% off, which is great. And especially if you're going to buy it from there to here. I don't know if there's a place in France that sells it, but you're going to come up against that old problem. I haven't seen it in any English websites yet, and if it does manage to get there, I'll be the first to let you know. But $73 minus your 10%, which is going to take it down to, say, roughly $65. And then you'll pay for the shipping across to here, which is not huge, but it is a price you've got to add on to it. But the 10% off will help towards that shipping. You might have to pay customs, you might not. It just depends. You know what it's like coming in here. But say you do, £20 probably the maximum. So you're going to get it $63, which is what, 55. You're probably going to end up spending about $75 in this, or £75. Do I think it's worth that price? 100%, I can tell you, genuinely yes. That would be worth £75 anybody's money. Maybe £80. Under 100, this is a lovely knife. And I really do mean that about your table. You've got a cheese board, lovely thing to set down, and a talking point for people. A real talking point. That is a lovely knife. You can imagine your guests, you're not knife people, picking it up and saying, oh, beautiful. Now, to me, value all day long. I think it's a lovely knife. And I think you'll be surprised when you see the different variety of knives that he has out there. That, a lot of European knives as well, that are really worth you having a look. So, you get the sheath, you get a beautiful knife, you get a nice fella who's running a nice company. And if you're in America, you get 10% off 73. I don't know whether he charges any shipping or whatever, but that's going to cover that in America. So there you go. Lovely knife for both sides of the the shuck. Have a go at it. I think it's worthwhile. But bearing in mind, I have to tell you that I did get it for nothing. I get a few knives for nothing. Do you know that? Just they're given to me for no reason. Not the fact that I've spent 6 years building up a trust of my community. Not the fact that I get them and give an honest opinion in my heart. And if I don't like them, they don't come on my channel. Dead simple. I actually turned down a local knife maker here this week because not because his knife was bad, because it wasn't something I would show on my channel. So for all those out there, I believe you can trust me. It's up to you whether you trust me or not. And that's the way it should be. And I think these companies that send out money, credit to them, because you have to publicise. Marks and Spencer don't do it for nothing. So I genuinely back this fella. There you go. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. Bye now.